Jeremy Swayman will go for the Boston Bruins. This will be his 51st start. Puck drop tonight brought to you by Irvine Auto Center. And we're underway. Adrian Kempe, one of 7 goal scorers yesterday, checked as he got to the Boston zone. Bruins the other way. Kepke, a centering pass. Score! Lindholm all alone in front.
Uncharacteristic of the Kings because they're going to 3 Kings in the corner. 2 defensemen in the corner. And to me, they're just by who?
Trevor Moore, upper body injury, is out. And Trevor Lewis is in. Trevor had been a healthy scratch the last 8 games. Shot from the right wing by Brown is handled by Kemper.
They were uncertain.
Lauko will serve it in behind the Kings net. Doughty, a behind-the-back pass. A lot of traffic in that corner to the left of Kemper. Kings get it out to center ice, and Turcotte will float it ahead and down into the Boston end. Bruins with Peak on a shoot-in as both teams change up. Kemper stops the puck behind his own net. Darcy Kemper has points in 13 straight starts here at home. Kopitar in, Deeks scores! Well, 2 goals early, and both by veteran centers who were free right in front. Kopitar ties it at 1.
And the finish on both goals is very similar in what the big guy does with a puck. The finish on both goals is very similar in what the big guy does with a puck. Oh, you can see there. Swayman bites on a fake shot by Kopitar. You'll see him flinch right there. See him go down to the legs, and then allow Kopitar to go to the outside. But neutral zone. Kopitar was wide open, so a breakdown by the Bruins.
Middlestat, former Buffalo Sabre first-round pick, number 11, came over at the deadline. A lot of deadline deals by the Bruins. Feeds it to Wotherspoon. Shot, kicked out. Puck picked up high by the Bruins. Philip Deneau to take the face-off. Had a real strong game here last night with Carolina. Off the draw, Pika shot gloved down by Kemper. A number of good offensive zone shifts here in this first period. Not necessarily a lot of shots on goal, but putting the heat on. Kempe in deep. Wrap around. Oh, save made. It winds down. Kempe on a wraparound denied. 1-1 first period. Fiala. And now Yogi Haru seals off Laferriere, but Byfield is there for Fiala, who centers in front. Laferriere got a chance, but he was in too tight.
The Kings, Doughty looking to go back door, so everyone getting involved. Yeah, the message here on the Bruin bench here with the Kings these last few shifts, the coaches have kind of a little bit more animated the message that they're sending, trying to get their guys to settle down in the defensive zone because of the pressure the Kings are putting on.
It's been about 12 minutes since the Bruins have had a shot on goal. Now in front, Deneau with Lewis there, but he couldn't reach it. Deneau again behind the Boston net. Walks out. Score! Warren Fogle converts the centering pass. And he's a 20-goal scorer for the 2nd straight season. And it's milestone goal number 100. And the Kings have a 2-1 lead.
The initial dump in. Trevor Lewis gets it behind the net. He not only throws it behind the net, watch how hard he throws it. Watch how hard he throws it. That gets it to Deneau. Now Deneau has time. And Deneau able to just find the open. Look at numbers again. We talk about it so many times. The Bruins will have 4 guys back. 2 defensemen in the crease, but no one gets a stick. You got to control the stick.
Fogle in his first year with the Kings, his 100th career goal. Signed as a free agent by LA last summer after 3 seasons in Edmonton. Bruins recapture. Shot attempt, Zacha blocked. Lysell on the right wing boards. Couldn't get it back in deep, and the Kings don't get a clear. All alone in front, they score! Geekie as the Kings failed to clear, and Geekie, like Lindholm early in the game, was all alone in front of Kemper.
And it's one of those keys I mentioned, the blue lines, right? It gets to the blue line, but then it doesn't get out. He did a good job there. He was going forward. He had to turn to backward, but then he had to get his feet in position. Watch him get his feet underneath him. He swivels, and just as the stick comes out, just as the goaltender's stick comes out, that's when he goes up top.
If the Kings can keep their foot on the gas, they will wear the Bruins down.
Especially like the first period when they had those cycle shifts going. That's just energy expended.
Byfield wins the draw. Anderson a shot, stick save. Doughty a blast, scores! Left defenseman shot, save. Right defenseman shot, goal. Kings up 3-2.
Darryl, I don't know if it's possible to shoot it through the goaltender, but it might have happened here. Again, the rebound just was perfect. Watch Swayman, he comes across, he tries to get set. And just as he gets set, I think
gets it back. Casey Middlestat, a give and go with Zaka. Now he centers, chance, save and tight off Lettieri. Right side shot, save Kemper.
In the system, he has the skill, he's a young player. He says overall he hasn't played well this year. Watch when it squirts out the other side. One shuffle, across, square, and out. Yes, that's great position by Kemper. By the time Pasternak gets the shot, Darcy is at the top.
This is where they want it now after those face-offs.
For Jeannot. Jeannot got stood up and hit hard, and he's not happy with that hit.
He's got to wait, he's got to wait, he's got to wait.
Chance, save is made off Turcotte. It was Pekin threw it behind the net. They've got Beecher in front. They can't get him the puck.
Nice play there, support.
Spence lobs it all the way down. The Kings will get there, no icing. Kempe for Kuzmenko, who scores! Kempe chased it down, negating the icing. Feeds Kuzmenko, 4-2 LA.
You talk about a 200-foot goal. The Kings were excellent in their own zone. Behind their own net, you'll see the Kings right there with Kopitar starts it. You'll see the Kings right there with Kopitar starts it. He supports from this point. Now Spence knows Kempe's going to win the battle. And the guy that doesn't shoot enough shoots from a bad angle. And he shoots it so quick, it goes far side. Look at that breakout. That's excellent support. And then you just have, instinct, right? I think Kuzmenko, he just spotted the fact that perhaps Swayman was down. Yeah, he was. He's down in an awkward position.
Kings had their biggest lead of the game, 4-2. Middlestat the other way.
In a segment now where you get through the rest without giving one up.
Pasternak, Middlestat, Pasternak, save in tight. Might have been blocked.
If the Kings play with detail, they'll get their chances in the counterattack and be able to win this one.
Kings looking for yet another home ice win. If they win tonight, it will be their 25th of the season. Turcotte got help from Gavrikov, and the Kings get it ahead to Jeannot, who pitches it in and chases it down. But Jeannot decided to go for the hit instead of the puck. That's his game. No problem with that. Brown for Boston. Works it into the right wing corner. The Kings get it ahead. Here's Laferriere. Across for Fiala. Now to Byfield. Byfield in. Shoots. Scores! The fifth different King to score a goal tonight. That's 8 goals in 10 games. Quinton Byfield, and the Kings are up 5-2.
Oh, the breakout again. Just, the support. How the Kings get up the ice. Laferriere right there. It doesn't work, but Fiala, one touches it. How the Kings get up the ice. Laferriere right there. It doesn't work, but Fiala, one touches it. The Laferriere to Fiala right here is broken up. But then when Fiala gets it back, the whole play stemmed from that.
LA, Clark, a drive. Up high. Jeannot tried the short side. No.
This is where this line can go to work here. This is an important part of the game right here, just to grind it.
Edmondson across. Clark to the net. Score! Tanner Jeannot. Looks like he got a kick. 4 unanswered goals. So all 4 lines for the second straight game, have scored goals.
The one thing this line does is they do get bodies to the front, right? Watch, you know, he's going to reach back, though, yeah. We saw a similar goal in Chicago by Turcotte, where the stick was not contained. Low to high.
Jeannot to the net. Chance save, rebound save. Fed up high by Jeannot to Edmondson. Wines for Hellenius. Shoots. Scores! Back-to-back 7-goal games for the Kings. Sami Hellenius joins the fun tonight. 7-2 LA.
That's what this line creates. And then the Bruins are just trying to find it. Neat little fake shot there by Edmondson. You know, he had everyone drawn to one attention. You know, just a subtle hesitation there by Sammy. Just a subtle. Head up, head up. And then he keeps it low.
Rangers here on Tuesday. Kings in Colorado Thursday and home next weekend for a pair. Here's Fiala in front. Tipped it. And it winds up underneath Swayman.
Story, but it's not. So support, I mentioned it. These guys are really.
Jeannot in on the draw to wrap it up with 6 seconds left. Wins the draw. Spence will just eat it in the corner. 2 seconds, one. And there is the horn.